Before I kick everything off, you matter. Start acting like you matter. No matter what drama you're involved in, what situation you're involved in, bitch got you fucked up, okay? You fucking matter. You matter, and your value is worth a lot more than what the situation makes you think of yourself. Today we're going to be talking about fake friends and how these bitches are preying on your downfall. Yeah, I'm actually not going to cater towards your ego in this video. Unfortunately, I'm going to be telling you how it is. Why do you attract fake friends? In fact, what's your insecurity behind going back to these people thinking that it's something different when it's the same thing over and over and over again? In fact, let's talk about those self-sabotaging behaviors that suck, okay? They just suck. Stop that shit. If you're coming to this video, chances are you have no friends or you feel like you have no friends, which is basically the same exact thing. Why am I not good enough? Why do people keep treating me like this? What did I do to deserve this? And oftentimes, nothing. The first time you saw this behavior, it had nothing to do with you. But the next time you saw that behavior in the same person and you stayed, it does have something to do with you. Let's talk about bitter and jealous people and why you surround yourself with bitter and jealous people. I know this is a toxic mindset to have, or some people believe this is toxic, but I genuinely believe it. You are a combination of the 6 people you hang around. And if you're like me and you only have like a very small circle of people, it's like the 3 people you hang around most. And if those people tend to be bitter and jealous people of others, chances are they are bitter and jealous of you. And that's just the truth. If you're coming to this video because you know you have fake friends, you know, you're posting all of those Snapchat stories, these bitches are weird, okay? Chances are you also play a part in it. But let me just tell you some signs of how you know this person is fake before we get into all the nitty gritty of like why you're attracting this in your life. Number 1, they are rarely happy for your accomplishments. Something good happens, and I'm not saying they have to kiss the ground you walk on, but oftentimes they minimize your accomplishments. They're never happy for you. They always just have a really bad attitude when it comes to good things coming into your life. And let me get this straight, a lot of times these types of people are actually so unaware of their responses to these things because it's all unconscious behavior, okay? I'm not trying to paint out this person to be this, you know, horrible human being who just consciously thinks to tear you down, okay? Oftentimes it's not like that, and if you think like that, this video is gonna rock your world, okay? Number 2, they're never there when you need them, or they just disappear when you're going through a hard time. Now, again, it's not your friend's sole responsibility to be there for every single little thing you go through. Friendships do go through phases, okay? If someone falls off the face of the earth, you might want to ask them what's up, but if it becomes a pattern and you constantly see that whenever you're going through something, they literally disappear, they're only there for the good times. They don't care, okay? Actions speak louder than words. I don't care how much they say they care about you, but if they're not showing you in the moments that really matter that they care about you, they don't care about your feelings, they minimize your feelings, that shows a lot about their character. That might show that they're a fake friend. Number 3, they talk badly about their other friends to you. I'm gonna tell you a story from my life about this. So I had a friend, we're just gonna call her Sarah, right? And one day I'm hanging out with Sarah and another girl, and Sarah just starts going off about her other friend that she wants me to meet. She's saying, oh my god, this friend, this is what happened to her dad, and basically just going into her trauma, okay? Sarah was trauma dumping someone else's trauma onto me. And I thought this was really weird, so I confronted Sarah about it. I was just like, is this girl okay with you sharing me this information? This seems like really personal. I don't think I should know this. And she kept going on. She kept sharing more. And so I had to stop her, and I was just like, do you talk about me like this? Do you talk about me like this to other people? And I remember from that point forward, I could never trust this friend with certain information just because I knew the type of person she was. She doesn't value other people's privacy. So that's a big thing, paying attention to how these people talk to you about other people. If they're constantly talking trash about other people, and I'm not talking about ranting, okay? There's a difference between talking and ranting. Because I'm gonna be real, I talk shit. Absolutely, absolutely. We are human, we talk about people. It's just what we do, it's in our human nature. And if you are sharing personal information that someone told you, you're sharing secrets, you're sharing lies about someone, that's talking shit. Since she was sharing personal details about her friend to me, that most likely means she was talking shit about me, which brings me to the 4th point. If they talk shit about you, if you are staying in a situation where your friend is talking crap about you over and over and over again, and you know this, like, why are you there? Like, anyways, I continued to hang out with this friend, and what I realized was every time I was around this person, I feel like I'd play small. You know, I wasn't able to be my true self around this person. You'll notice that when you're around fake people, you literally feel more insecure. You'll feel it in your body. There's something about your own biology that you can sense certain things. You can sense energy. So if you have a really, really strong inclination or, you know, intuitive feeling that these people don't actually like you, they probably don't. That's your sign. Take it and run, okay? But I'm gonna break to you a harsh reality about dealing with a fake friend. Did you stay? And listen, I get it. I've stayed in multiple friendships where I didn't feel like I could be myself. People talk shit about me. People don't even like me, don't care about what I'm doing. Literally just all of these things. But point is, I get it, okay? I want you to understand before I roast you that I understand what it's like to let people in your life who don't care about you back in just because you want to feel something. But the real work comes from when you identify why you think so lowly of yourself. The real work comes when you sit with yourself, you look at your limiting beliefs, and you go, what makes me go back to this situation? What makes me partake in this fake gossip? What makes me partake in these fake friend groups? If I was unaware of the part I played in this situation, I'd paint myself out to be the victim who is being torn down by these fake people, and these hoes are just jealous. No, okay? People might be jealous of you. That might be a very real thing. But how is it relevant to helping you move forward and conquer your limiting beliefs? It's not relevant. You know what you telling yourself the lie that these hoes are jealous does? It feeds your ego. It gives you a story to tell because you're uncomfortable with the story that you went back to that situation. You partaked in that situation. You are gossiping about them behind your back. Do you ever think of those things? Or do you just bypass your own behavior with what other people did to you and paint yourself out to be the victim because it's easier? The universe will put people in your life that reflect back to you your own insecurities so that you can become aware and move forward, okay? What can you learn from this circumstance? No matter who's right, no matter who's wrong, what can you learn? Let go of the need to justify yourself to these people. Let go of the need to try to prove yourself worthy of their little fake clique, okay? It's not real, okay? All of these people are playing off of their own insecurities. And until you're aware of your own insecurities that you're playing into this group with, you're not gonna move forward. You're not gonna attract a group of people who doesn't think like that. Because unfortunately, if you're still playing into this group, you think that way in some capacity, okay? It might not be to the degree that these people think about it, but you must become aware of those things and you must get over them. Well, shit, Natalie, how do I do that? You just dragged me. How do I do that? Okay, I want you to write down everything about this situation. Maybe you post these friends on Instagram and your ego likes looking like you have friends, but the reality of those friends is they aren't there for you. They don't respect your boundaries. They don't like you. They talk shit about you, and they'll still post you at the end of the day because they're doing the same exact thing that you're doing by posting them on your page because you're insecure that you don't want to look like you don't have friends. Or maybe your fear of being alone has placed you in situations where you're forced to be alone around people because you need to learn how to govern your own emotions. You need to learn how to stand up for yourself more. And putting yourself in circumstances where you are devalued is actually an opportunity to show your value and to move on from them. Set those boundaries. Let me talk about boundaries for a second because people just throw out that word and it's like a bomb. It's like, yeah, this is my boundary. Like, it's like this big thing. It's easy for most people to identify the boundaries they want in their life. I don't tolerate liars. But then someone lies in your face and is playing in your face and you're just like what do I do? You know what I'm saying? No, you have to follow through. Like, if someone lies to me, they're out. If someone plays in my face, they're out. And listen, when you start maintaining the boundaries, you're going to be like, why are all these people leaving my life? Why is everything going on? It's not actually going to feel good. It's not going to feel like this empowering thing that's like, yeah, I maintain my boundaries. Fuck people. You know, no, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, damn, like, why are all these people leaving? But it's happening in divine timing. It's happening because you're raising your standards and other people who can meet those standards are going to come into your life. You just had to learn how to let go. You think it's this complicated thing and whatever, but you just need to let go of the people who keep stepping over your boundaries over and over and over again. They don't see value in you. Why would they value you now all of a sudden when you've been crossing your own boundaries by going back to these people? What? So yes, write every single aspect of this situation down. And after writing it down, I want you to read it through and identify any lies or any weird things that you participated in the situation. Like, be real. A lot of the times people will write things down about a situation and they'll just create a completely different story from what it is. No, say what you did in the situation too. Like, be able to stand on that and be like, oh, that's weird. Where did that come from in my life? And when you write this down on a piece of paper, don't write it down like you're telling it to your friends. Like, you'll tell your friends a different story than you tell yourself. On this piece of paper, write down the raw, real story. Don't write down the glorified story that you tell other people because you want to look like the hero or the villain, or like, you want to look like the one on top in the situation. Everyone kind of does that, even when they're telling a glorified version of, like, you know what I mean? And then read that back and identify what part of your ego this friendship is gratifying. And what I mean by gratification is there's a part of yourself, a false belief, a real belief, whatever the belief is. It's being gratified through this situation. So for example, I still chose to be friends with that one girl who was telling other people's business to me because I didn't have many friends at the time. And I had a very, very strong belief that if I don't have friends, I am worthless. If I'm not showing up for people in their life in some way, I don't have any value. I am a bad person. Or maybe you talk shit about this person too, and you need someone to kind of blame your problems on. Like, this is real shit, okay? People genuinely do this so unconscious that they don't understand that they're doing it. Think about that person. Evaluate that person. What is this person showing you in your life, and what can you possibly be jealous of them for? And you might say to yourself, well, I've known this person since 2nd grade, and they know everything about me. I don't care if this person is your identical twin who came out the womb with you. Disrespect is disrespect. Crossing your boundaries is crossing your boundaries. Do you value yourself or not? The sum cost fallacy. It's when you justify spending more time and effort on something because you spent so much time and effort on it. It doesn't matter how much time you've spent on it or how much time you've been in a relationship with this person or friendship with this, whatever the case is. It matters if the current costs outweigh the benefits. If the benefits are not there, then you need to drop that thing. It's a liability. Let it the fuck go. Oh my God. It's like, let's say you're lactose intolerant and you keep going to the store buying regular milk and drinking a cup of regular milk a day and making yourself shit over and over and over again because you're scared that other people will bully you if you buy oat milk. It's not about what other people think. It's about your own comfort. Value your own comfort, okay? Which brings me to the next reason that a lot of friendships end. Growing apart. I find that when most friendships end, it usually has a combination to do with all of these things, and at the end of it, it's like you just grew apart. I want you to understand that growing apart from someone is a natural thing that happens in relationships. Relationships go through phases, friendships go through phases. All of these things are meant to happen, okay? But let's differentiate something. There is a difference between letting someone back in your life who you outgrew and letting someone back in who is a changed person who you just used to know. Letting someone you outgrew back in your life is the same thing as trying to fit your clothes on from when you were in 5th grade. It doesn't work. It does not work. It's uncomfortable. It's weird. You literally feel yourself get smaller. When you revisit past people who have already run the course they were meant to in your life, you are abandoning your present, future, and highest version of yourself. You know the difference between letting someone back in your life who you outgrew and someone who is a completely changed person. A completely changed person, you'll meet them for coffee, you'll talk about different things. It's freaking 6 years later and they're a completely different person. They are in a completely different place in life. You don't become codependent on this person again. But when you let someone you outgrew back into your life, they stayed in the same exact place and it's so obvious. They are the same exact person. They are at the same exact energy level. Humans are so nostalgic, but think about if you applied that same exact dreaminess, imagination, excitement that you do to past situations that weren't even that good. Think about if you applied that same energy to your present and future self and started romanticizing your life. Just what if? What if you spent the time missing your ex, missing yourself? Because that's really what it is. You don't miss that person, you just miss yourself. And you're trying to find yourself through past situations. You have a deep, deep, deep attachment, but it's not real. What's real is that desire to find your true self. Don't be too hard on yourself. Realize that you're in the transition period you're in for a reason. I know I've been a little bit hard on you in this video, but that's because I love you and I want to see you grow, and I've been in the same exact situations and I needed to be told the same exact things, okay? Stop doubting yourself and going back to these past people. It's not gonna work. Stop telling yourself stories that shield your ego from the truth of the situation. This person was jealous. Okay, even if they were, that's their energy. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter for why you need to heal and what you need to learn from this circumstance. It doesn't matter. And with that being said, I'm going to end this video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe. I love all of your beautiful energy, and I'm just so grateful for this little channel. I'm just excited because I want to share so much more. So comment down below if you have some ideas for me. You are so worthy. Stop doubting yourself. I just love you. Like, stop. Like, you're worthy. You're valuable. See that and believe that. I love you. Bye, you guys.